The Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority has concluded plans to build a world-class hospital in Abuja. It's part of efforts to strengthen the country's healthcare system. The NSIA is also developing 20 other health projects in the areas of cancer, radiology, and diagnostics nationwide to support Nigeria's comatose health sector as part of its Health Intervention Initiative. The managing director of the NSIA, Mr. Uche Orji, stated this on Thursday while speaking at a weekly media chat by the presidential media team in Abuja. Well, joining us to discuss further, Mayowa Ige, analyst with Financial Derivatives Company Limited. Mayowa, you're very welcome. Thanks for joining us. Let's start with the circular, mandating all deposit money banks to open teller points to sell FX to end users. What do you make of the deposit money bank's ability to get this done?
Well, hello, Rotus. Thank you for having me. I actually think that the Nigerian banks have the capacity to an extent. Well, you say some banks have the capacity more than other banks, right? But still, to an extent, I'll say that they have. There's capacity as per number of branches, which we know that our Nigerian banks have a very large, wide coverage in terms of branches in different states. So in that regard, I think that they have it covered. But the aspect that I would think that it might be an issue will be in the process. You look at when you talk of the throughput time, the time to process requests for foreign exchange. I think that might be an issue, right? Because they'll request documents before you send it to the head office for this. I think they have to sit down and actually streamline that process and make it as fast as possible. And then this can probably be done by probably letting people know the requirements before they even apply. So it just reduces the time of rejection and reapplication and all of that. But then again, when you look at it, I think that the main issue would be in supply of foreign exchange to the banks. Yes, it's one thing for you to set up the points. The other part is the supply, what comes out of those points. This is where the federal government should really be concerned about increasing our revenue, our source of foreign exchange to fund to supply for requests and all of that, which I think that the government should actually be thinking of diversification, as we've all been hearing. I think there should be more emphasis on that and increasing our foreign exchange.
Fantastic. Okay, so the Naira appreciated 525 or 520. The BDCs, though, of course, we've had the CEOs of banks pledging their supports to this central bank initiative. What about the BDCs? Do they go away? What do you make of them going forward?
They wouldn't go away. They'll still be there. It's just that they wouldn't be getting their supply from the Central Bank of Nigeria. They will have to source for supply from other sources. But then I think that they'll still be there. Like when I mentioned earlier, the throughput time, the processing time. Some people may not be that patient for the banks if the processing time is so long and cumbersome. So for such people, they might actually consider the BDC. So in that regard, the BDCs will still have a sort of, they'll still have business from these people. And there'll always be the illegal activities, people that need foreign exchange to fund their illegal activities. They will still go to the BDC, they'll still go to the BDCs. But in Nigeria, generally looking at the BDC aspect of it, Nigeria is one of the few countries, if not the only country, that still operates this BDC arrangement. So it's a step in the right direction generally.
All right, and to infrastructure, Boss Mustafa saying, look, 2.3 trillion cumulatively needed to upgrade infrastructure. How do we get that done?
Well, 2.3 trillion dollars.
No, Naira. So it's $150 billion annually. But
annually, okay. That is like,
if it was $2.2 trillion, then we'd be in some serious trouble. No, you're right. I'm sorry. It is $2.3 trillion. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. You're correct. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. If it was 2.2 trillion Naira, we'd be fine. Go right ahead.
2.3. That is 6 times our annual GDP.
It is.
There's no way we can actually make that up. And then when you consider that the federal government is dealing with hydra-headed problems of insecurity, inflation, and foreign exchange, the Naira devaluation and all of that, there is no way that they even have the funds to do that. So they would obviously consider the PPP method, public-private partnership, which they are already considering. But then this isn't the first time that the federal government or Nigeria, even state governments, have considered this option. We had the Bicotni and federal government on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, but there are challenges. You have issues of policy continuity and all of that. So these challenges need to be addressed first before we get there.
Mayowa Ige, thanks for correcting me. Analyst of Financial Derivatives Company Limited. Thanks for coming in.